Hi, this is Margo. This is Sunday evening, May the 29th, 2022. I hope everyone is safe and doing as well as possible. I'd like to welcome everyone to the show tonight. I'm not feeling very well, and so I'm just going to do a methane update for the week to put up on YouTube. And hopefully I'll be able to do a full report next weekend. But we're going to look at methane for the week, and I've got 2 days worth of methane data from NOAA to go over, and so Friday and Saturday on NOAA and Saturday on CAMS, and that's all I'm going to be able to do tonight. So we're looking at the 27th, which was Friday, for the MET-OT-B or MET-OT-1 satellite in the morning, and I'm tracking this 469 millibar reading. The mean or average was 1923 parts per billion. The high reading was 2351. In the afternoon, the mean was 1925. The high reading was 2494. And then for yesterday, the 28th, back in the morning, the mean was 1923. The height reading was 2401. And in the afternoon, the mean was 1924. And the high reading was 2306. Let's see how far south that pink is coming. So it's redistributing. Here's our chart and spreadsheet. So for the 28th, that averages out to be 1923.5 parts per billion, showing an increase over last week, or for the week, of 1 part per billion. So that's 2 weeks in a row that we've gone up some. Not much, but we've done some stair-stepping this week. So we're 18 parts per billion higher than a year ago, and we're 54 parts per billion higher than where I started all this on March the 1st of 2019. So it's just barely gone up there. And we'll look at what happened this week. So in my show last Sunday, for Saturday, we were at 1922.5. And then Sunday it went up 1. Then it went up all week, except for 2 days. Monday it went up half a part per billion. Tuesday it went up 1. Wednesday it went up half. Thursday it went down half. Friday it went down 1. And Saturday it went down half a part per billion. So these last 3 days, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, it was going down. At one point, there was on the 25th, we were 24.5 parts per billion higher than a year ago. So that just depends on whether the methane was, going up or down on that day. So so right now, we're 18 parts per billion higher than a year ago. And it's on the rise. That's, just because it's stair-stepping doesn't mean that we're in the clear. We're not in the clear. It's going up exponentially, and you can see just from my own tracking, whenever it goes down, decrease for the year, it doesn't go down to where it was the year before. And see, here we were at the low this year, and last year it was way down there. So you can see it's just from the way it's going up, it's exponential now. So now we'll look at CAMS, Copernicus Atmosphere Monitoring Service. I have Saturday the 28th up, Arctic view, and surface level ready. Here's our color ledger. Now it's been raining up here. It's even raining up to the Greenland coast today. It's been raining a little bit in this Barents Sea, and also over this East Siberian Sea this week, and it's come real far north here in Russia. So the data is for Saturday, and forecast period is Sunday through Wednesday. And right off the bat, you can see this whole Scandinavian area just out of control with the blobs, and see it streaming off of Norway and going across. So that's not good. And it's also popping off at Iceland. You can see it a couple of places there. It's popping off on Svalbard. Watch right where my pointer is. There it goes. That's going Sunday into Monday. And it's also coming up. It's starting to percolate again. Look at that. Right next to Komsomolets. So it's been quiet for a couple of months, but now that's coming back to life. And then if you look at the yellow waves, that's higher readings too. And here, our problem spot in the North Atlantic, off the coast of Canada. And it's been coming up here in the Bering Strait. And on Climate Reanalyzer, the water's already brown around the coast of Alaska for sea surface temperature anomaly. Also, it's more brown up here in the North Atlantic and in the Barents Sea. So wherever it's open water now in this Arctic region, that water's heating up really fast, and so that means the sediments are heating up too and releasing methane. Here's Koktovik popping off, and you can see it's increasing here in southern Alaska as we head into summertime now. Really, the Memorial Day weekend is when things really start heating up. I know that summer doesn't technically start on the calendar till about 3 weeks into June, but heat-wise, we're in summer now for most regions. And you can see it's increasing here in northern Canada. This is in the tar sands region. See that? There's North Dakota that has fracking and also lignite coal mining, a whole bunch of stuff there. Now we'll go to the North Pole view. Here we can see the whole northern hemisphere, and look at the US here. Now it's been raining from Texas up and then east, and so you see the blobs forming, and that's the areas where it's been raining. Plus a lot of these areas are densely populated, and that'll cause high methane as well. See these waves, see the green waves moving out. It's this whole constant thing. Okay, now looking on the east side, we've got UK, big blob, Germany, and then here's the Persian Gulf. See how it's streaming across on the land, and it fills back up in the forecast period. Here's India, and see the green spilling over. So that's a higher reading spilling over across the coastline here in the Bengal Bay. And then China, here's Japan, so it's filled up, and then the waves move out. Then we'll go to the Antarctic. Now, we're not seeing any of the 1820 reading. See, that's gone now, and now we're into the 1840 as the background color here in the southern hemisphere, and we're seeing see this more bright aqua here at the Larsen B ice shelf, also at the Brunt ice shelf, so that's higher methane. So that's about 1816, 1880. That's what we can make out through the 1840. So once it gets to that 1840, it's more difficult to see where it's coming up around the coastlines. Then we'll go to the global view. New Zealand is filling up, both islands. You see the dark there. See, they're just blobby. And it's streaming off of New Zealand too. we're just seeing just a little wisp of the 1820 reading, and then it's gone. By Tuesday it's gone. So here it is for Saturday and Sunday. Okay, really goes away Monday. And we'll go to 500 HPA. This correlates with the level on NOAA that we're tracking. See these high readings here. That's China. And then southern China and southern Asia, going over to India. We've got high reading over this whole Scandinavian area. And it's not as solid with that dark reading across the Arctic, so it is redistributing as we head into summer. And we've got higher readings. See the yellow coming further south. Look at the red here next to South America. Here's total column, and we can see China over into India. That's the highest. And then these reds, but the reds are kind of dissipating too. There aren't as many reds as there were a few months ago. And I wanted to show one more thing, well, maybe two more things over here. I discovered this week. This is carbon dioxide for total column, and it's for Saturday, and we can go to Sunday and it looks about the same. But I don't look at this all the time. I mainly focus on methane and sulfur dioxide and ozone. But remember the last time I showed carbon dioxide, and it was into these darker browns for the whole northern hemisphere. You remember that? And it was browns down here in the southern hemisphere. Well, they changed the color ledger to accommodate the higher readings, it looks like. And now we've got greens again down here. So that's about 14, 15, 14, 16 down here in the southern hemisphere. So again, that doesn't look nearly as bad as it did when I showed it a few weeks ago, does it? Well, they changed this ledger, the color ledger, and that's all there is to it. They had to. They couldn't have for the 420 parts per million looking like it's this dark brown. They couldn't have that. Then you wouldn't be able to see any degradation or difference as it went up. And carbon dioxide has been going up about 3 parts per million a year, and it's not going down. It's on just going up like methane is. One more thing I'll show over here, and then I'll finish up. Here's ozone for today. Look at the change. And we've got the hole opening up. It actually started opening up here yesterday. But let's go down to the Antarctic view. Now we can see most of the interior is in some shade of green. And the solid yellow is 300 Dobson units. That's considered average or good. And then even like this yellow green, that's 280, so it goes down. And then the blue green is 260, the aqua is 240, or 220 to 240. And then where you see kind of the bluish purple and the black line around it, that's considered in the danger zone. And according to the chart, it's between 200 and 220 Dobson units. And they put the black line around it, showing that's the danger zone. And so it's pretty early in the season for that to be coming in. But it's dark down here, and so the ozone hole is opening back up. So that's my report for tonight. I wanted to keep it short because I'm not feeling well. It just comes and goes, and I'm doing some changings in my supplements and lifestyle and things to try and feel better, and just working on it. And some days I feel quite a bit better, and other days I just struggle, and this was one of those struggling days. But I do want to continue reading out of this book of wisdom of Solomon. This is from the Apocrypha. We're on Wisdom chapter 3. But the souls of the righteous are in the hand of God, and there shall no torment touch them. In the sight of the unwise they seemed to die, and their departure is taken for misery, and their going from us to be utter destruction. But they are in peace. For though they be punished in the sight of men, yet is their hope full of immortality. And having been a little chastised, they shall be greatly rewarded, for God proved them, and found them worthy for himself. As gold in the furnace hath he tried them, and received them as a burnt offering. And in the time of their visitation they shall shine, and run to and fro like sparks among the stubble. They shall judge the nations, and have dominion over the people, and their Lord shall reign forever. They that put their trust in him shall understand the truth, and such as be faithful in love shall abide with him. For grace and mercy is to his saints, and he hath care for his elect. But the ungodly shall be punished according to their own imaginations, which have neglected the righteous and forsaken the Lord. And whoso despiseth wisdom and nurture, he is miserable, and their hope is vain. their labors unfruitful, and their works unprofitable. Their wives are foolish, and their children wicked. Their offspring is cursed, wherefore blessed is the barren that is undefiled, which hath not known the sinful bed. She shall have fruit in the visitation of souls. And blessed is the eunuch, which with his hands hath wrought no iniquity, nor imagined wicked things against God. For unto him shall be given the special gift of faith, and an inheritance in the temple of the Lord more acceptable to his mind. For glorious is the fruit of good labors, and the root of wisdom shall never fall away. As for the children of adulterers, they shall not come to their perfection, and the seed of an unrighteous bed shall be rooted out. For though they live long, yet shall they be nothing regarded, and their last age shall be without honor. Or if they die quickly, they have no hope, neither comfort in the day of trial. For horrible is the end of the unrighteous generation. Wisdom, chapter 3. So these are some things for us to reflect on, especially as the world gets darker and you can see evil just running rampant. And this was all prophesied in Revelation and also by Jesus, that these things would happen, and it's part of the end coming. And so I recommend, if you haven't given your life to Jesus Christ, I highly recommend it. He said, I am the way and the truth and the life, and that whosoever shall believe on me shall have everlasting life. I'm paraphrasing that. And that the way to his Father's kingdom is through him. And so that's the difference. So I love you all, and I'm praying for you. I hope you have a good week. And until next time, God bless you. Go in peace, and I will talk to you soon. Good night.